Okay, you acted in The Senior and also wrote a song for it. How did your role inspire the music, and what message were you hoping to share with audiences?
Long story short, the opportunity to write the music as well as star in the project is a dream of mine. One of my idols is Jamie Foxx, Any Given Sunday. You know what I mean? He had a song in the credits. I told my mom, like, hey, this kind of cool, right? She was like, yeah, it's cool. No, I'm playing. Shout out to my mama. But on top of that, it's such a powerful project. You know what I mean? So the opportunity to tell multiple stories is really dope. And Rod Lurie, shout out to the director, he gave me the opportunity. Actually, he wrote a sheet of lyrics. I looked at the lyrics. I was like, this some good stuff, Rod. I don't know if it's going to fit to a beat, but we can make this work. No, so he gave me a couple of instructions for the verses. He wanted certain things mentioned, certain names mentioned, and he wanted to make sure we kept the mantra of the film, Know Our Name, which happens in the film. If you haven't seen it yet, go see it and make that the hook. Everything else he kind of gave to me as the responsibility and creative control, so hopefully it don't sound corny. Hopefully y'all like it, but I appreciate it. I definitely appreciate the challenge of writing music for soundtrack. It's not my first time doing that, but this was probably the most hands-on experience I had outside of with the actual lyrics part of it. You know what I mean? He literally, hey, make sure that you mention this, make sure you mention this. So it was fun. I had a lot of fun.
I'm so excited for more people to hear it, honestly. Yeah. So this movie is about second chances. That's like a huge part of the theme in this film. Why do you feel like that's such an important message for people today?
I feel like second chances are something that everybody wishes they had sometimes. You know what I mean? When I think about the nature of people, nobody's perfect. You know what I mean? So in the real life story of Mike Flynt, I won't give any spoilers, but the moment that separated him from finishing college at the time wasn't who he was. It was just a moment in time. And a lot of times people don't get that redemption. They get judged off of one moment when they were weak or they succumbed to their own emotions, and now their whole life is forever changed. And in some instances, there's really no excuse for them, but in other instances, it's like everybody, even the ones that don't deserve it, everybody wants a second chance. So if nothing else, the theme is relatable to everybody. So for me, I would say that.
There's a lot of audiences different, like young kids, teens, family, old, young, they're going to see this movie. Specifically with the families that go see this film, what do you hope that they walk away with when they leave the film, a message that really sticks to them?
So I think for me, right, a message that I want people to really get from the project, because when you think of a football project, you think of the gridiron, you think of male-dominated sport, but there's a lot of layers to this project, right? And what you see in this project is a fatherhood story. A lot of football players, especially in the league, some of them don't really have the fathers, or they had fathers that weren't necessarily nurturing in their journey, right? So I think anybody who watches this project, on top of the cool things we like about projects, action-packed, football, gridiron, you know what I'm saying? I think there's some real healing that exists in this project. I think if you get to watch the project and you can take home what you took away from it, no matter what situation you're in, maybe you had a father, maybe you didn't have a father, maybe you had a relationship with your father that was a little tumultuous, you can now walk away with this project with something to consider and hopefully something to get past. You know what I mean? Some love there. You know what I mean? I would say that. Hey, y'all, go see The Senior in theaters September 19th.